Hello. So in this video, we're going to be covering the festive verses of the Cymbals. Now, this will be based upon the festive verses of the Cymbals for nativity, but the verses of the Cymbals will differ depending on the feast or time. So there will be some universal verses that will be across them all, but there's two verses here that are unique to the nativity feast. So in this video, we're going to cover all of the verses plus the two nativity verses. Okay, if you're just looking for Tenoosh, then the rest of these verses, pretty much up until right here, right, Pigeon Misi, you've also found the right place. But we'll also include the nativity verses at the end. Okay. Now, I'm not going to use Hazeh for this video just because I think that the hymn is fast enough and short enough where really if you know three syllables where there's kind of some prolongation, you'll pretty much have the whole thing down. And there's not a lot of change, right? The tune is the same throughout the entirety of the verses. So important to note, we're only covering here the feastal tune. So we're not going to cover after Shere Bethlehem, this Isos, Bechrestos, and Safwa, all of these, because these are actually just done in the annual verses of the Cymbals tune. Okay. Obviously, the words differ, but that will be covered, God willing, in a separate video and is just based on the annual verses of the Cymbals tune. Okay. So we'll start with the beginning. Now, usually when you have the annual verses of the Cymbals, it will go like this. Kyrie eleison teno oshtem efio, right? Right? Kyrie eleison teno oshtem efio, nemepshi irine, right? That's the annual tune. The feastal tune is a little bit different, even at the start with Kyrie eleison. So we're not going to just read through Kyrie eleison teno osht, right? It's going to go like this. Kyrie eleison. That's going to be the intro. Okay. So we'll start with that. It's going to start Kyrie eleison. One more time. Kyrie eleison. One more time again. Kyrie eleison. Okay. Then the first verse and the tune that's going to be present throughout all of the hymn is the following. Teno oshtem efyo nemepshi iri nem piepne ev mathoab shereti eklisei pi enteni angelos. Okay, so if you have that tune down, all of the other verses follow in the same tune, obviously with different words, but we'll break this up into a few parts and we'll do likewise for the rest of the verses. Okay, but let's start with this first verse. Okay, so we'll start with Kyrie eleison. Kyrie eleison ten oshtem efyo ot. Okay, so let's just practice Kyrie eleison ten osht. Nothing after that. Okay, so one more time. Kyrie eleison ten oshtem efyo ot. Sorry, Kyrie eleison ten oshtem efiot. Okay, let's just practice that. I said Kyrie eleison ten osht, but we're also going to add the emefiot. Okay, so one more time, just Kyrie eleison ten osht emefiot. Kyrie eleison ten oshtem efyo ot. Okay, so notice we're holding the fiot. Okay, that's what's being held. So it's Kyrie eleison ten oshtem efyo and it's going to be a total of 6 beats. So if we're thinking about it in terms of the hazet, like 6 medium notes, right? Ten oshtem efyo and there's a break in between 3 of those. Okay, so it's 6 beats total and a break in between the third and the fourth beat, right? So think about, just hear it out. Ten osht emefio ot. Right? So 6 beats on fiot with that break in the middle. So one more time. Ten osht emefio ot. Okay. So one more time from the beginning. Kyrie eleison, ten osht emefio ot. Okay. Next is going to be Nemepshi iri. Okay. So let's add that on to Teno Oshte Mefyot. Ten Oshte Mefyot. Nemepshi iri. So she in shiri is being held here, right? So the two things that are being prolonged here, emefiot, right? The fiot in emefiot, and she in epshiri. Okay? So, one more time. Ten oshte mefiot nemebshi iri. Okay? One last time from Kyrie eleison. Kyrie eleison, ten oshte mefio nemepshi iri. Next is going to be ne piep ne ev mathoab, and you're ending high on ethoab, right? Notice it's a high ending to nem piep nevma ethoab. Okay, so let's practice from Tenosh. Ten oshte mefio nemepshi iri ne piep ne ev mathoab. Okay, so the two things that are being held on nem piep nevma ethoab are nem and the nevma. So nev in nevma, right? So the first nem and piep nevma. Okay, so nev and piep nevma is being held and nem. Okay, so from Tenosh, let's do it one more time. Tenosh temefyo nemepshi iri ne piep ne ev mathoab. Okay, one more time from Tenosh. Tenosh temefyo nemepshi iri ne piep ne ev mathoab. Okay, let's do it and let's go into Sheret Yekleseya. Okay. Ten oshte mefyo nemepshi iri ne piep ne ev matho shereti ekeliseya. Okay. The Sheret Ekleseya Pienten Yangelos, not too bad because all you're going to really hold is the A and Angelos. But everything else is pretty, read straight through, sung straight through. Okay. So let's do it one more time from Tenosh. Tenosh temefyo nemepshi iri ne piep ne Ev matho abshereti ekeliseia pi enteni angelos. So three beats, an, right? Gelos, three beats on los. So three on an and three on los. Angelos. So one more time from the beginning, from Kyrie eleison. Kyrie eleison, teno oshtem efyo, nemepshi, irine, empi ev matho shereti ekeli pi enteni angelos. Okay, let's do it one last time before we move on to the next verse. Tenoshtem efyo nemepshi irine empi ev matho abshereti ekeliseia pi enteni angelos. Okay, next verse. Shereti iparthe enoseta asmespe en sotir shere gavril et afisheno finas. Okay, so again, same tune. Let's keep in mind what's being prolonged, what's being held. So here, T in T parthenos, the, right, in T parthenos as well. So T par the in nos is going to be held. Ta in etas mes, and pe in pensotir. Okay, so those four things are being held. The rest, shere gavril et afisheno finas. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. Shereti iparthe enos eta asmespe en sotir. So notice we're going to have an additional beat on T before the T, so between the E to Parthenos transition. Okay, so let's go through it slowly. Shereti parthe enos, right? So let's just do Shereti Parthenos. That's it. Shereti parthe enos. Okay, that's Shereti Parthenos. Okay. Then we add the itasmes pensotir. Okay. Here's how the transition is going to go. So slowly from the beginning. Shereti parthe enos eta asmespe en sotir. Okay. So practice the transition. Let's do the itas mes transition from T Parthenos. Shereti parthe enos eta asmes. Okay, let's just practice that. Shereti parfe enos eta asmis. Okay. One more time, adding in pensotir. Shereti I parfe enos eta asmes pe ensotir. Okay. So we're going to have a total of 7 beats on pe in pensotir. So here's how it's going to go. Adding in pensotir from beginning for Shereti Parthenos. Shereti I parfe enos eta asmes pe ensotir. So the way I like to think about the pe is in pensotir, the pe, 4 beats, break, 3 beats, 1 beat, sotir. Okay, so here's how it's going to go. Adding in again from the beginning, Shereti Parthenos, pay attention slowly to how many beats and the way we count them on pe and pen sotir. Okay, one more time. Shereti I parfe enos eta asmes pe ensotir. Okay, one more time. Shereti I parfe enos eta asmes pe ensotir. And sorry, I should correct myself. It's 3 beats, then break, 3 beats, then 1 break on pen in pen sotir. Sorry, 4 beats at the beginning is not correct. I miscounted. So one more time from Shereti Parthenos. Shereti I parfe enos eta asmes pe ensotir shere gavriil eta fisheno finas. 2 beats on il in Gavriil, 3 beats on no in Nofi, and 3 beats on na and nas. Okay, so from Shere Gavriil. Shere Gavriil eta fisheno finas. So let's do Shereti Parthenos one more time. Shereti I parfe enos eta asmes pe ensotir shere gavriil eta fisheno finas. All right. Next, Shere Michael. Again, same tune being applied and a lot of kind of repetition. Okay, here's how it's going to go. Shere mi icha il pi arshi angelos shere pigotefto emeperes vitiros. Okay, so let's do Shere Michael. Okay, Shere Michael on its own. Shere mi icha il. Shere Michael, one more time. Shere mi icha il. One more time. Sheremi il. One more time. Sheremi il. Okay. Let's do P Arshiangelos. Let's add that in. Okay. So remember what's being prolonged here: mi and e in Michael. Okay. So mi and e in Michael. And it's going to be total again 7 beats mi, 8 or like 8ish beats on il. So just pay attention how it's prolonged. I'll do it slowly again. Sheremi il. Okay, let's do Pi Arshi Angelos. Sheremi il Pi Arshi Angelos. Okay, so what's being prolonged here? P and A. Okay, so P and P Arshi and A and Angelos. Okay, those are the two things being prolonged. Okay, pay attention. I'll go slowly. From Mihail or from Shere Mihail. Shere mi icha il pi arshi angelos. Okay, so total, it's going to sound like this. We'll do from Shere Michael. Sheremi icha il pi arshi angelos. Okay, you're ending high on los. Okay, los, that's how you're going to end it. Okay, so one more time. Sheremi icha il pi arshi angelos sherepigot efto emeperesvi tiros. Okay, so let's do sherepigot. Sherepigot efto. Okay, practice that. Sherepigot efto. One more time. Sherepigot efto emeperesvi tiros. And you're rushing through. Emeperesvi tiros. Okay, so what's being held here? V in presvi tiros and os in the ros, in the presviteros. Okay, so one more time. Sherepigot efto presvi tiros. Okay, so let's do it all together from the top. Sheremi icha il pi. Sorry, I rushed the il. One more time. Sorry, my bad. Sheremi icha il pi arshi angelo sherepigot efto emeperes vi tiros. One more time from the top. Sheremi icha il pi arshi Angelo shere pigotevto eme peresvi tiros. Okay, so one more time all together. Shere mi icha il pi arshi Angelo oshere pigotefto me perezvi tiros. Okay. Next verse. Again, I'll do it all together, but we'll see again the same tune. She'ereni erobi im she'ereni se Erafi im shereni tagmatiro enepo ra'aneyon. Okay, so what's being prolonged? Again, she in sherobim and beam in sherobim. Then shere, the she in shere ni serafim. Okay, and then the se in serafim is also being prolonged. Okay, so let's just do shere ni sherobim. Shere ni erobi im she. Sorry, we'll just do shere ni sherobim. Okay, let's practice that, and I'll go slowly. Shere ni erobi im. One more time, all together. She'ereni erobi im. One more time. She'ereni erobi im she'ereni erafim. Okay, so let's do the she'ereni serafim as well. Okay. She'ereni erobi im she'ereni erafim. Okay, the last part is going to go Shereni tagmatiro en epora aneon. Okay, let's practice it one more time. What's being prolonged? The a in epora neon and the on in epora neon. Okay, so one more time. Shereni tagmatiro en epora aneon. Okay, so all together, the whole verse. She'ereni erobi im she'ereni erafi im shereni tagmatiro en epo ra'aneyon. Okay, one more time, all together. She'ereni erobi im she'ereni erafi im shereni tagmatiro en epo ra'aneyon. All right, next one, Shere Yuanis. Okay, here's how it's gonna go. she'ereyu o ani ispi inishti em pero o odromo o sherepimites en apostolos. Okay, it's a little harder here because there's a lot more in terms of letters and syllables because we have Pinishti Emeprodromos, okay, the great forerunner. So that's going to add in a little bit of complexity. But the Shere Yu Anis should not be too bad. So let's do Shere Yu Anis altogether. Shere Yu O Ani is. So what's being prolonged here? You and you anis and is and you anis. Okay? So let's do it all together again. The same beats, the same tune. One more time. She'ereyu o ani is. One more time. She'ereyu o ani is. Okay, let's do it again. She'ereyu o ani is. Okay, one more time before we move on to Pinishti. She'ereyu o ani ispi inishti emepero o odromos. So in pinishti emeprodromos, really the ro in eperodromos is being proheld, right? The first epero, the pro is being held. Okay, but the pinishti, there's not as much being held because we have more syllables. So you're kind of singing more through it. Okay, so let's start at UN this one more time. She'ereyu o ani ispi ineshti emepero o odromos. Okay, so let's do pinishti. Pinishti emepero o odromos. One more time from Shere. She'ereyu o ani ispi inishti emepero o odromos. Let's do it one more time. She'ereyu o ani ispi inishti emepero o odromo o sherepimites nav en apostolos. So po in postolos and lo in postolos is being held here. Okay, so the last part is sherepimites nav en apostolos. So all the way from the beginning. One more time and move on to the next words. She'ereyu o ani ispi inishti emepero o odromo o sherepimites nav en apostolos. Next verse can be a little bit tricky, okay? So here's how it's gonna go. She'erepenio otmarko spi ev ange elesti ispire fegore volenteni idolon. So let's do the Sheri Peniot Marcos because it's gonna be a bit tough. Sheri Peniot ot Marcos. So the yo in Peniot and the kos in Marcos are being held here. But notice you're not going to go shere. It's going to go shere Peniot. So you're going to rush through because it's not shere ne or shere and then something. It's just shere Peniot. So the additional syllable in Peniot makes it a little bit harder. You have to rush into Peniot. Okay? So it's going to go like this. Shere Peniot. Ot Marco os. Okay, so one more time. She'ere penio ot Marco os pi evange elestis. So P in P evangelistis and ge in evangelistis is also being held. So P and evangel, the ge and evangelistis is being held. Okay, so one more time from the top. She'ere penio ot Marco os pi evange elestis. Okay. Pay attention, it'll go slower. She'ere penio ot Marco os pi evange elestis. Okay, one more time, slowly together. She'ere penio ot Marco os pi evange elestis pire fegor evol enteni idolon. Okay, let's practice the last part. Piref gor evol enteni idolon. So the E in nidolon and the lon in nidolon is being held. Okay, so let's do it one more time. Piref gor evol enteni idolon. Okay, so let's practice from the top. She'ere penio ot Marco os pi evange elestis pire fegore volenteni idolon. Next is going to go She'ereste efano os pi shorp ema artiro oshere georgios iseio ente hanotui. Okay. I'll actually let me correct the last part because the last part got a little bit jumbled. Mylish. One more time. So here's how the last part's gonna go. Shere georgios piseio ente hanotoi. So there's gonna be two beats on Han. Okay. Shere George os Piseo Enteha Notui. Okay, one more time. Shere George os Piseo Enteha Notui. So from the beginning, Shere Stefanos, Ste and No in Stefanos is going to be held. Okay, so here's how the first part is going to go. She'ereste efano os. One more time. She'ereste efano os. Okay. Then P in P short and Ma in martiros is going to be held. Okay. Pi shorpema artiros. So let's do it from the beginning. Shere Stefanos. Shere efano os pi shorpema artiro os shere george os piseo enteha notui. Okay, let's practice that last part. Shere george os piseo enteha natui. One more time, last part. Shere Georgios Piseo Enteha Natoi. Okay, let's do it from the beginning. Shereste Efano Ospi Shorp Emma Artiro Oshere George Ospiseio Enteha Natoi. One more time from the very beginning. Shereste efano ospi shorp emma artiro oshere george ospiseio entehanatoi. Perfect. Okay. Next verse is going to go. She'erepko orosti irfenteni ma artiro oshere aba antoni nempishom makareios. Okay, so let's practice that. So let's practice Shere Epkorostir. Sherepko orosti irf. Okay, so notice here, you're going to cut the tirf a little bit short. So yes, we're prolonging the ko in Epkoros and the ti in tirf. But it's not going to be the traditional kind of Epkoros tirf because you're going to transition straight from tirf into ente. So here's how it's going to sound. She'erepko orosti irfente ma artiros. So again, you're prolonging the in ente and the ma in the martiros. Okay? So let's practice it. And remember that quick transition from epkoros tirf, specifically tirf into ente. Okay, so here's how it's going to go. She'erepko orosti irfenteni ma artiros. One more time. She'ereb ko orosti irfenteni ma artiros. One more time. She'ereb ko orosti irfenteni ma artiros shere aba Antoni nempishomt makareios. Okay, let's practice that. Shere aba Antoni nempishomt makareios. Okay. One more time from the top. Shere Abba Antoni Nempisho Omt Makareios. So really, the only thing that's being prolonged here is the os in Makareios or Makareios, okay? Shere Abba Antoni Nempisho Omt Makareios. All right, let's do it from the top. She'ereb ko orosti irfenteni ma artiro shere aba Antoni nempishomt makarios. Okay. The next is going to have a very similar beginning with Epkoros Tirf. And again, very quick transition into Ente. So we'll do it all together. Here's how it's going to go. She'ereb ko orosti irfente nista avroforo os shereni ethoeptiro etaveranaf emepshois. So again, very quick transition. Let's do the first two parts. Shere epkoros tirf ente ni astaforoforos. Okay. Shere epko orosti irfente nista avroforos. So you're not going to hold the sta in nista avroforos as long because the syllables are a little too much. You're going to have to add the avroforos pretty quickly. Okay? So here's how it's going to go. She'ereb ko orosti irfente nista avroforos. One more time. She'ereb ko orosti irf. Sorry, one more time. I messed up the tirf. She'ereb ko orosti irfente nista avroforos. One more time. She'ereb ko orosti irfente nista avroforos shereni ethoeptiro etavera naf emepshois. So the last part is going to go Shereni ethoeptiro etavera naf emepshois. So the naf and etavra naf and choice and emepshois is going to be held. Shereni etho aptiro etaveranaf emepshois. So from the beginning. Sherebko orosti irfente eniesta avroforo oshereni etho abatiro etaveranaf emepshois. One more time. Sherebko orosti irfente nista avroforo oshereni etho aptiro etavera naf emepshois. All right. Here's what the next verse is going to sound like. Ki itenu uevshi pi arshistos pe en oro ari onaini man gentek me et oro. Okay. So you want to keep in mind, I'm trying to go slow here so we have all the syllables down. All right, so let's just start with the beginning. Kiten lo efshi. Iten o efshi. Okay. So what's being prolonged? Nu and she. Itenu okay, and I actually made a mistake here. I did the she in the pechrestos, I don't know why I did that, but I'm gonna correct it right now. Okay, but let's do the top one more time. Itenu OFC. Okay, once again. Itenu OFC. Christos pe en oro ari onaini men gentek me et oro. So let's do Pechrestos pen oro, okay? Or Piechrestos pen oro. Itenu OFC pi Christos pe en oro. And then from pen oro, you're going to immediately transition into Ari onaini men gentek me et oro. So met and tek met, oro, and ro in tekmet oro are being prolonged here. Okay, so from the beginning. Itenu OFC pi Christos pe en oro ari onaini man gentek me et oro. One more time from the top. And it sounds weird, Pi Christos, but it's P, and you're going to transition to Pi Christos pretty much very quickly, okay? Itenu OFC pi Christos pe en oro ari onaini men gentek me et oro. Okay. Once again. Itenu OFC pe Christos pe en oro ari onaini men gentek me et oro. So here you can do it pi Christos, pe Christos, pen oro, however you want to do it. I think most churches will probably pronounce it pe Christos. For our church, we found that it's always P Christos. It really depends on how people pronounce it, but I just did it that way with Pe Christos, P Christos, however people want to do it. Pronunciations differ, but let's just do it with Pe Christos just to be, give both sides. He itenu efshi pe Christos pe en oro ari onaini men gentek me et oro. Now, these are the unique nativity verses. Okay, so if you're not looking for the unique nativity verses, right, then you can skip. Okay, this is just the unique nativity verses. So we'll do these as well. Pijin misi emparte eniko on ni naki emepenevma atikon o eshfirim paradoxon katani esmi emeperofi tikon. So lots kind of be rushed here, okay? So the first, pigeon misi emparte eniko on ni naki emepenevma atikon o eshfirim paradoxon katani esmi emeperofi tikon. So let's start with the top. Pigeon misi emparte eniko on ni naki emepenevma atikon. Okay, one more time. Pigeon misi emparte eniko on ni naki emepenevma atikon. One more time. Pigeon misi emparte eniko on ni naki emepenevma atikon o eshfirim paradoxon katani esmi emeperofi tikon. Okay, so I'll just do pigeon misi and parthenikon. Pigeon misi and parthe eniko on ni naki. Okay, so very quick transition from parthenikon to ninaki. And again, in epnev ma tikon, the ma is being held. Okay, and then the the in parthenikon and the kon in parthenikon are being held. Okay, pigeon misi emparte eniko on ninaki emepenevma atikon o eshfirim paradoxon katani esmi emeperofi tikon and fi and kon and etmepophritikon are going to be held. Okay, all together. Pigeon misi en parthenico o ninaki emepenevma atikon o eshfirim paradoxon katani esmi emeperothi tikon. Okay. Next is the following. She'erevi itle'em et polisen nipero o thetisti etas mes pechrestos en chitz bima esnaf en adam. So let's do she'erevi etlem. Okay, Shere Vithlem. It's going to go as the following. Shere vi ethlem. One more time. Shere vi ethlem. Again. She'erevi itle'em. Okay. Et polis. Okay, you're gonna hold the lis in et polis. Okay. Et polis en nipero, and then the pro and niprophetis. Okay. So altogether, shere vitle'em et polis en niprophetis. Okay. She'erevi itle'em et polisen nipero o fetisti etas mes pechrestos en hits bima esnaf en adam. So the and en adam and Na'am and Adam, the en Adam, the Dam, right, is going to be held. Okay? So the fast part is going to go. Tietas mes perestos en hits pima esnav en Adam. So altogether, the fast part. Thetas mes pechrestos en hits pima esnav en adam. So, all together. She'erevi itle'em et polisen nipero o fetisti etas mes pechrestos en chitz bima esnav en adam. Okay? And that covers all of the festive tune of the festive verses of the cymbals. Okay? So I pray that you guys found this video in any way, shape, or form helpful and fruitful. I genuinely love you guys so, so, so much. I'll apologize. My voice is a little bit gone. But if you ever need anything at all, I'm always here. And I love you guys more than words, books, alhan, and all of this can really explain. Genuinely, I love you guys so much. Blessed nativity, blessed month of Kiach. And I pray that you guys are just amazing and so, so happy. I love you guys. Bye-bye.